You recognize anybody in there?
What are you doing in the video?
I happened to be out in L.A. during the riots. I was on business.
And to steal ski equipment, I guess.
Yeah, well, I went in for a loaf of bread. I took some skis. Everybody's happy.
Not only does he have military success, but he loots the fuck out of everywhere he goes. We're talking priceless artworks, dude.
Artifacts, just takes
everything, dude. They were saying they had so much shit that they had to like archive a bunch of stuff because they just had too much.
He stole everywhere. He stole all over Europe.
Yeah, motherfuckers better know. My bad. Lock your windows, close your doors, give you smalls. Yeah. My bad. My man Imp left a tech and a 9 at my crib. Turned himself in, he had to do a bid. A 1 to 3, he be home the end of 93. I'm ready to get this paper, G. You with me?
Transition, dude.
Yeah, it is.
When we last left you, putting on the fucking Andrew Dice Clay gloves, dude. When we last left you, our MC Napoleon, had just gotten married to some fucking chick who did not love him at all. By the way, I don't know if we ever talked. So let's start there. So his mentor was Paul Barris, and he basically like pawned off his mistress, who he apparently like wanted to get the. He's like, fuck this, dude. His mentee was Napoleon. He was in the Senate.
His protege.
He was his guy. Dude. Yeah. He's like, I got you, dude. We're Corsican.
Dude, we're
black
We're
actors.
fucking Corsican.
Black actors.
Are you my
man.
Corsican though?
Black actors, man. He basically pawns off his mistress, and this chick's been banging just whoever, just to stay afloat. And he ends up marrying her, and of course, like he's not at this time. He's got some status, but he's not the guy. He's not the guy yet, and he's got zero game, dude.
Oh yeah, he's
got
dude
shit clothes.
This dude can lead his men and like rile them up with a speech, but if he wants to approach a woman, he's like,
they're like, you're Italian, ew.
He's doing. He's doing one of these. He's just.
Hi. Yeah, he's a fucking. He's half an incel at these parties, dude. And his Corsican boy is just like, God damn it, dude. Like, I gotta get this guy some pussy, dude. He ends up marrying the fucking woman.
He's like, tell her I have a rapist wit. Yeah, you know the thing about this whore.
She's the fucking worst, by the way.
No,
We'll get into this later. We don't got to harp on it now, but
yeah, she just is. But you know, and this was interesting because we wanted to do this episode before we even knew that there was a movie coming out about this.
Yeah, let's talk about this, dude.
Right.
I am so stoked for this fucking movie
Because they show her and she's got the short hair.
Yeah,
and you know why she had short hair? Because they found out she was fucking banging other dudes.
They cut off her hair.
And they cut off her fucking hair. It's a, humiliation.
You ever see that scene in Band of Brothers?
No, I've never saw it. I heard it was
Band
good.
of Brothers, they liberate Belgium. And they hook up with the Belgian resistance. And they first thing they do is all the officers pull up their collars so nobody can see their shit. So if there's any snipers, that's just a sidebar. I thought it was pretty tight. They're like, put your fucking collar up. Nix, put your collar up. So they put their collars up so nobody knows who the fucking, they can't see the bars, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyways, they hook up with the Belgian resistance. And so the tanks are, after like they liberate the town and like everybody's happy and shit and the Belgian flags and shit, they get to they start to leave and they see this like gathering and there's like 5 chicks and they're just shaving their fucking heads and ripping off their clothes. They're writing they're with black chalk, like charcoal, writing Nazi symbols on their forehead and shoving them out of town, dude. And just saying, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like the Americans, and they're like, the guy's just like, they screwed the Germans.
I thought that was going in a completely different direction. I thought you were about to be like, they walked in on just 5 chicks and they were just blowing like 7 different dudes at a time.
That happened also, but they didn't show that in the show, dude. Because Spielberg, you know, he keeps it tight to the vest.
Yeah.
No, but anyways,
They show it.
That's interesting though, dude. So that actually happened to Josephine though.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Well, she became I think initially her husband dies.
So she's we mentioned it in the previous session that we did where, you know, all these chicks, some from various classes of the French population, had husbands who died in the revolution and got executed.
Yeah.
And they would wear this red ribbon around their neck to let people know, like, yeah, like I'm 28, but I'm single.
Yeah.
And it was just it was fuck city, dude. So like chicks like Josephine who were part of the upper class.
Do you want me stepped in to 5 kids?
She was blowing whatever general fucking officer she could, dude. Whatever politician.
Yeah, because she was, that's just it. She was a widow, but I think they chopped her hair off because she was just.
That's interesting, though.
Like
I didn't catch that. I saw it, but I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Put that together. But anyways, so Napoleon marries her, and literally, like, there's nobody in the church. I think we might have talked about this, but we'll hit it anyways. And it's just like a quick service. He's like, I got to get to fucking Italy. Can we wrap this up, dude? Yeah. I just got made general.
Yeah.
Gets his first command. Goes to Italy, dominates the fucking Austrians, dude. Dominate. In fact, let's just set a primer here. I think we can call all the coalition wars the butt fucking of Austria. Because every single time, Austria never starts out. But here's what happens. They go, we got butt fucked the last time. We want revenge. And then Napoleon just goes, Austrians are weak, dude. Let's go after them first. And just butt fucks them every single time, dude.
What's crazy to me is that I don't think the Austrian Empire, like that was
the Habsburgs.
What?
The Habsburgs.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
that was the dynasty that ruled them for fucking a long fucking time.
It was massive. Like people don't even think of that, dude.
They ruled the Holy Roman Empire.
All of Central Europe, basically.
Yeah, exactly. All of Central Europe was the Holy Roman Empire, which was a bunch of loose confederation of kingdoms ruled by the Habsburgs.
Yes.
So Austria was like the dominant factor in that.
Yeah.
They just got butt fucked.
And the funny, this is us bouncing around right now, but I think it's, and I don't know if it was while Napoleon was overseeing the French army in Italy battling Austria. I don't know if it was at one of these battles, but the Austrians weren't using the Gregorian calendar.
Yeah. No. So that's the third coalition. Yeah, we can skip ahead. That's fine. Go to that. So
they're still using the Julian, fucking Julius Caesar fucking calendar.
So here's what it was. It was the third coalition, and Russia has finally entered the coalition.
Yeah, Russia, Prussia, and Australia.
So it's always Austria. It's always England. It's always who am I forgetting? Occasionally, a couple times it's Prussia, a couple times it's Russia.
Yeah.
But it's always England, it's always Austria. Those are the two main states.
The Swedes?
The Swedes come later.
Yeah.
Swedes come later in Denmark.
Yeah. But they're fucking, it's so funny that they prepare for this and they're like, we'll be there on Thursday. And then they're like, Fuck. Thursday was 12 days ago.
Them and
dog.
the Russians are like, dude, let's get together. Dude, let's butt fuck Napoleon. Dude.
Yeah.
They butt fucked up. And the Tsar was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Again, German accent. So Napoleon goes, they have way too big of an army. They're two different countries. They're not going to be able to mobilize quick enough. So he jets out and just attacks Austria because he goes, let's butt fuck these guys again.
Yeah.
And he realizes that Russia and them are not going to be able to mobilize. And he's right because, like you said, they were working with different calendars and they didn't tell each other.
Yeah. It was a fuck. They had this plan that they thought was gonna be so fucking epic on paper, and it got misscheduled.
Yeah, by like weeks.
Yeah, it was 12 days. They were off by 12 days.
Embarrassing, dude.
So Napoleon ends up. So I think what happens is, obviously, half of these people show up on fucking Wednesday, and Napoleon's like, "Is all you got?" And he just fucks them up.
He knew the Russians weren't going to be there, so he's like, "We got to strike now."
Yeah.
Fuck Austria. Austria is soft. Yeah.
Hey, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake, then.
No. So all right. So just that's skipping ahead, but let's just go back to. All right. So he gets married.
Oh, divorces Josephine
No, that's later. We'll get there.
because they didn't have kids.
We'll get there.
That's all I had to say.
Unless they had kids. That's much later. We'll get there.
Yeah.
So he gets the generalship. He gets married. He goes off on the first Italian campaign, dominates Austria. They control basically all of what northern Italy is. Italy's not a country yet. It's divided up into kingdoms. So he basically dominates Milan and like all the northern states. Anything below the fucking mountains in Italy, he dominates. And then he goes down to the papal states. And the Pope is like, oh, like sends a fucking kite while they're like 100 yards out. And he's like, hey, we'll give you 400,000 francs and you can loot whatever you want. And that's what starts a trend for Napoleon. This is what makes him one of the most popular people in France. Is because not only does he have military success, but he loots the fuck out of everywhere he goes. We're talking priceless artworks, dude.
Artifacts, just takes
Everything, dude.
That's
And-
one of the things when he go. I don't know if you're going to where he gets to Egypt.
We're not there yet.
All right,
Hold
all
on.
right.
So this is where they put the Louvre,
Oh, that's interesting.
which is crazy. The fucking National Museum was named after Napoleon
Yeah.
because he was sending back. Dude, they were saying they had so much shit that they had to like archive a bunch of stuff because they just had too much.
That checks out. Yeah. He stole everywhere. He stole all over Europe, dude.
So basically, France, after this first Italian campaign, becomes one of the artistic and cultural centers of Europe.
Yeah.
It's going to be number one, but it's not quite there yet. So this is why France initially loves him, dude. They're
Yeah.
like, dude, you see the shit in the fucking Napoleon Museum that Napoleon stole? All right, so that's kind of where he dominates. So he dominates fucking Italy, northern and up to like central Italy. He goes back to France, and he's like, "All right, they're like, what's next?" And he goes, "I'm going to Egypt." And he's like, "Asshole, you're a fucking jet. You don't get to call your shot. This isn't fucking Mr. fucking October, dude. You don't get to call your shot." And he goes, "But I'm going to Egypt." And they were like, "All right."
Yeah.
Yeah, so now the Egypt campaign starts, dude.
Yeah. He's doing that basically to fuck he hates the British people.
Yeah, he
He
hates
hates
them.
dude. So he
hates
basically goes to Egypt to fuck up the.
And by the way, this goes back to his days in Corsica when he first became an officer. when his mentor in Corsica sided with the British to take over the island.
Dog, cold-blooded.
That's when he was like, dude, I'm a Frenchman.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's right, dude.
That's when he starts to hate the Brits.
You're
dude.
right.
Yeah, all right, so we're back in Egypt.
Yeah, so he's in Egypt, and he's doing this because the British are, they're in control of the passage to India.
Yeah, so they got heavy naval presence in the Mediterranean.
Dude, the British Navy was
Goat. It was goat. It was goat. And he knew it. He knew they could never defeat the
he
British.
fucking found out, dog. He fucked around and found out.
For sure. No. And you're right, though, dude. The whole reason how he sells it to France is he's like, I'm going to fuck up their trade routes
Yeah, exactly.
by taking over Egypt, dude.
Yeah.
They have a huge thing going on in India. I'm going to fuck all that up.
Yeah. Did you know also that some French soldiers found the Rosetta Stone?
Yeah, they find the Rosetta Stone. They were going to build a garrison at this old holdout in Alexandria, and they hit like stone, and they're like, "Fuck, what is this?" And then they see obviously the three languages translating the same thing. One of them's Greek. They have
hieroglyphs.
What's interesting about this? Yeah, it's Greek, it's hieroglyphs, ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, and I think like ancient Hebrew or something.
Yeah.
What's interesting about his Egypt trip is he gets named to like the Board of Arts and Education or whatever. The arts and science. He gets named to the arts.
He was all about that, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he took that, made it French, and then all of Europe was like, "That's pretty tight. We should probably."
Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why we didn't put an emphasis, but the whole reason his Egypt trip is successful with the people is because he brings along a team of 200 scientists, archaeologists. Jesus Christ, dude. Botanists. He brings everybody knowledge. He brings a squad of fucking nerds. To Egypt.
He takes a page from Caesar, dude. He takes a page from Caesar.
By the way, let's talk about him and Caesar, dude. He's fucking obsessed.
Just wants it in his mouth from Caesar.
That's why he goes to Egypt, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For real.
That's true because he's obsessed. Like worshipped Alexander and worshipped Julius Caesar.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to take over.
And that's just it. That's right. I totally forgot about that because then, when, like you said, when he was calling his shot, they tell him actually. They tell him to go to Egypt, and he was like, I think he initially was like, let me think about it, and then he was like, dude, my fucking boys went.
He's like, I woke up and my dick was so hard, dude.
He was like, dude, everybody I've ever worshipped has had
dominated the region.
Yes. So then that's why he goes over there. I forgot about that. But then, I mean, once he's there, I mean, dude, they have this success.
First of all, the journey is perilous because the British Navy is controlling the seas, so they have to bob and weave to get there.
Right.
And unbeknownst to him, there's a spy somewhere who gives notice to the British that the French Navy has just launched an expedition somewhere in the Mediterranean. We don't know where.
Yeah.
You have to find them. So we'll come back to that later. But anyways, so they arrive in Alexandria. That's where you're at.
Right. And they're just, the French are just being so fucking French, dude. They're just annoying the shit out of all the people there. They're just fucking smoking Virginia Slims.
Yeah.
And just, I'm a little tired, you know?
And we should say this is too after they butt fuck their army, dude.
Yeah.
Which is a loose confederation.
Yeah, they were no match.
So the Ottomans also, they were like, let them take it. We hate fucking...
Yeah.
Like, we don't even really control it. These local guys control it.
Yeah.
So, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like, if they want to take it, Alexandria, that's fine.
Yeah. And I just think it's funny the shit that Napoleon was basically... I mean, I think we touch on this. He told them that he worshipped Islam and he pretended to be Muslim.
Also, he went in the pyramids and saw the aliens.
I wanted that to soak in so everybody could know that you're telling the truth.
He came out and was wigged out, dude. They were like, "What's in there?" He's like, "Don't worry about it."
But he shows up and
No, here's the fucking real thing. So,
because he
Paul-
like fucked up. He wanted to fuck up the pyramids, right?
you want to know what's going on, dude? You want to know the fucking real SP
Tell
on
me
this
what's going
situation?
on, dude. Tell me what's going on,
You
dog.
want to know?
He's fucked up those.
So
pyramids,
his
dog.
mentor, Paul Barris, scumfuck that he was, dude.
scumfuck that he was,
He was in bed with the Jesuits, dude.
dude.
Napoleon fronted like he wasn't religious, but Napoleon was actually a Jesuit agent.
You're right, dude.
And the Jesuits sent Napoleon to the fucking pyramids to not only collect Jesus' crown, but also to find the fucking aliens, dude. Mic drop.
No lie, no lie.
I just made all
That's
that
why
up
his
on the
fucking
spot,
mentor.
dude.
That's why his fucking mentor, Paul Bearer, told him exactly where to go, dude.
Paul Barris was like, "You need to go."
Yeah, Paul Bearer, dude. Him, Undertaker, Kane, they
dude.
all fucking went.
Dude, it's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Mick Foley rose from the dead, dude. It shit was fucking insane, dude. No, there's lots of conspiracy theories about like you said, Napoleon apparently converted to Islam. I think he was because he did write something about that. He was talking shit.
No, dude,
he was a little cheeky in his writings, dude.
Dude, he
That's what people don't
fucking
understand.
pretended to be Muslim. He pretended to be Muslim, and then he just like he just like drew a caricature of Muhammad and was like, "Check this shit out."
I thought it was also interesting. Is, so, anyways, they butt fuck the army at Alexandria. There's no resistance really. It's bows and arrows versus guns and cannons. And he's like, dude, this city sucks.
Yeah.
He's like, this is trash, dude.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, dude, it's all about Cairo. He's like, what the fuck is Cairo, dude? He's like, you don't even know about the fucking Sphinx, dude?
Yeah.
So they go south to Cairo. Whole army, leave their flank open. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And again, dominate.
Yeah.
Take it over. And they're like, these pyramids are fucking creepy as shit. He's like, I don't know what I saw in there.
They find someone to translate like what it's all about. They're like, well, with the stars and it all lines up. And if you look, it's been thousands of years we've studied this, and like it's been and he's like,
yeah, I don't know. Shit's gay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It sounds like black magic to me, dude.
Oh, fuck, dude. We missed a huge opportunity to shit talk on Josephine, dude. Because she's the worst.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to Egypt in like 1 minute.
That's all I got on Egypt.
His first Italian campaign, when he takes over Milan,
Yeah.
he sends a kite back to Paris and he's like, bitch, why aren't you here? It's like, I just took over fucking Italy. Like, what's going on, dude? Milan rules. Like, you'd love it, dude. It's decadent. Like, she's like, oh, I can't travel. I'm pregnant. And he's like, what, dude? Sick. No way. Fugazi, dude. She lied. She was banging somebody else, dude.
Oh, this bitch is cold-blooded.
So anyways, Paul Barris, fucking scumfuck that he is, finds out.
Not to be confused with Paul Bearer.
Yeah, Paul Bearer is legit, dude. You know, the whole Mick Foley situation, dude. Rising from the dead. Anyways. He realizes what's going on and, like, has to, like, shove her into the carriage. He's like, you're going to Milan, bitch. He's like... So she goes, but she's already banging some dude.
Of course she is, dude.
Some other dude in the French army.
Dude.
She brings that asshole with her.
Napoleon's the first cuck, dude. He's the first cuck.
Napoleon told her not to wash. He wanted to take in her scent. Yeah, he's a fucking creep, dude.
That's so French, dude. That's so French.
And he lined the plaza with flowers in Milan when she got there. And she was like, Cool. We have separate rooms, right? This chick sucked. Anyways, all right. So back to Egypt.
Where can I put my dogs?
She literally had a dog,
Yeah.
which she later had poisoned.
Yeah.
Not a joke. Not a joke, folks. Napoleon is wild. Dude. All right, so back to Egypt. So why it was a success with the French public is because, again, he brought that squad of fucking nerds. They brought back all these artifacts and shit.
Yeah.
So the Louvre is just getting, and they're getting word of success and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I mentioned that fucking British captain, that British general, that admiral.
Yeah.
He just got word. He's like, there's somewhere in the Mediterranean. You got to find him.
Yeah.
He fucking finds him and demolishes the fucking fleet, dude. Except for like 5 ships,
Yeah.
which are hidden. So they're stranded there. Fucking 20,000 guys or whatever.
I think one thing people should understand that I didn't understand when I was a kid and learning about some of this stuff is like the battles at this time they weren't won by like, you just killed all of my people. It was a game of like retreat. Like, so if you won your battle, it was like, oh fuck, they're like they're beating the shit out of us. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Either your fucking general says that, or you see your friend die and you're like,
fuck this.
I'm leaving. I am leaving.
Holy shit.
So like that's how a lot of those battles I didn't
We're
even
talking
think
muskets,
like that.
folks, by the way.
Yeah.
Grape
dude.
shot.
Grape shot, dude.
Fucking cannons
Jesus.
blowing your fucking arms off, dude.
We talked about grape shot, I think, in the first episode. But I don't think people quite realize that it wasn't like, we'll leave when everybody's dead. You know?
Yeah.
It was... I kept thinking of Larry David talking about how he's talking to the son of that kamikaze survivor. And he goes, maybe he just... fucked right on him.
He grazed the ship, dude.
He just grazed the ship.
Yeah, that's an amazing episode, dude. No, but all right, so Egypt,
Yeah.
his fucking navy is destroyed.
Yeah.
So what does he do? He just marches it up the coast into Israel and Egypt.
Oh, Jesus.
And literally raping and pillaging.
Yeah.
Literally executing guys with bayonets and just throwing them into the river.
Yeah.
Like brutal shit.
Yeah.
This is kind of where he gets a bad rap.
Well,
For the brutality.
yeah. And I think it should be noted too, every time he would get beef, he would be able to kind of talk out of it. I don't know necessarily talk out of it. He just like...
This guy's the luckiest asshole ever.
Dude, I was gonna say he's like up there with Cortez when we're talking about like
He just had the Midas fucking touch,
Yeah.
dude.
But the
it
thing
just
is-
worked out.
The thing is, he was so good. Napoleon was great at like, okay, his military, like just a great general, but then also like he could ride that edge of like, you know, with government and politics. Like he could fake it till he makes it with them.
100%.
That's what it was. He could fake it till he
100%.
makes it.
Especially in this time of age.
Yeah.
It's like, word travels slow.
Yeah, dude. He was the fucking Janet Reno. Like, you know, you've heard of me, right? You guys have heard of Waco? You know,
All right, so basically what we're trying to say here is Egypt becomes his Waco. So he gets to the historical castle town of Acre.
yeah.
Shout out Crusades, dude. Shout out fucking Crusades,
Yeah.
dude. Classic historical town.
Yeah.
The guy who runs this town is called the fucking Butcher. And they can't penetrate it.
Yeah.
So he goes back to Cairo. They retreat all the way back to Cairo. And when he gets to Cairo, because now he's fucked. They're stranded there. He's
Yeah.
lost, but nobody in France knows that. He gets word that the Directory, which is the French government at the time,
Yeah.
is starting to crumble because
Yes.
the economy is in fucking shambles. So what does he do?
He fucks them up.
No. What does he do? He deserts his men in Egypt and takes those 2-3 ships that are left and fucking scrambles
Hightails
his
it.
way back, avoiding the British Navy back all the way back to France. It
that's
took
right.
forever because they only had like 3 ships.
That's right.
He
when he-
abandoned his men, dude.
But when he gets back there, he sees that everything's fucked up.
And no, he gets a reception, by the way. When he gets back to Paris, there's a crowd of people just going,
We love you.
because they all thought he was dead.
Oh shit.
And he sold it like, dude, I fucked Egypt up, dude.
Yeah, that's right. You're
Which in a
right.
sense he did.
Yeah, he did.
But it was a complete failure. He left 15,000 guys in Cairo just chilling.
Just out there, you guys got enough Doritos?
Later, dude.
All right,
I'm going back to Paris.
I'll be right back.
You're in charge.
Yeah.
So when he gets back to Paris, and I think we'll end on this note here, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. He gets back to Paris, and Paul Barris, his fucking mentor, is done. Like he's no longer the power broker that he was. Who's in charge now? This guy. What the fuck was his name? Super French fucking name. Former priest. Sales. His name is Sales. But it's pronounced, it looks like Sieyes, but it's pronounced Sales. This guy is his new man. He's the new guy. He goes, listen, we're staging a coup.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the Directory.
Yeah.
And they stage a coup basically. Oh, and by the way, his brother is in the, so there's like a lower house, like our Congress,
Yeah.
but it's 500 dudes.
Yeah.
And then there's Directory, which is 5 dudes.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck the Directory, dude. This is going to be a bloodless coup because your brother is going to vote for us, right? He's like, yeah, tight. He's like, yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
So they vote to basically eliminate the Directory and create a fucking triumvirate like it's Rome. Like a bunch of fucking hacks, dude. Like a bunch of fucking
He's obsessed with that too, though. Obsessed with the Roman Empire. I mean, they end up changing so many of these titles and the fucking the names that they give to these people and what their ranks are and their fucking. It all comes from the Roman influence that Napoleon has a hard on for.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So basically, it's 3 guys.
And they dismantle the old
The
government.
Directory's gone.
Yeah, they set up
Congress is still there, but they just say, all right, these 3 guys are in charge, basically. So it's Sales, it's Napoleon, and it's some other revolutionary dude. But in the Constitution, they write Napoleon is first consul.
First consul. That's what I was just about to say.
And that's when he fucking takes over, dude.
Yeah.
That's when he really starts fucking digging in, dude.
Yeah.
He's going, this shit is mine. Shit is mine, dude.
He gives himself another title, too, of like something for life. I forget what the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah. Emperor of the French Empire.
Yeah.
That's later, though, dude.
No. But at this point, too, even
does he really?
his first consul, he gives himself some weird fucking.
Of course he does.
Like the
He's a
kid at the
fucking
playground.
Psycho, dude.
Like, no. I'm president for life, so you can't change that. That we're all good. Like David Brent, like just being like, "Yep, we're good. We're all good with that, right?"
I called it, dude.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, man.